Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's prediction video will be for Sunday, April 13th, and I have a 4-game slate for you guys. Now, I'm not at home, so the video is going to be a little weird. We're on the road. I'm going to try to do my best to speak loud enough so you guys can hear me. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I'm hoping this turns out great. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed, everyone that has tuned in and watched. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know, what else I can say, but I do want to say just, thank you so much. And if you know anybody else that would love to get these predictions, let them know I'm here. I hit most of the time. I hit my 90%, 100%. So we don't go any lower than that. If we do, it's very, very rare. So, anyways, let's get straight into it. Like always, I'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. I'll talk about the total, and then I'll give you my predictions. But first, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, baby. I did not hit 100%. Unfortunately, I did not hit 100%. I got 5 right and 3 wrong. Let's see who did me 30. Yeah, Brighton did me 30. Arsenal, oh my God, I cannot believe Arsenal did me dirty. Real Sociedad did me dirty. Honestly, I can bet you $1,000,000 that more than half of the people that knew about these games, they were going to go with that. But it is what it is. I see more green than red. I cannot hate. All single units, that's a win for me. Manchester City ended up winning, but I said Crystal Palace was going to score this 0.5. They ended up making 2. Come on. 0.5, crazy. But hey, we ended up getting the dub for that. Everton, wow, they ended up winning. They ended up beating Nottingham. That right there is crazy. I couldn't believe that. Hey, we got that point. We said that they were going to score this 0.5. Not only did they score this 0.5, they ended up winning. So, hey, man, good for them. Good for them. Austin Villa, I put them to win straight up. I couldn't trust the points, so they did not disappoint. So, yeah, we got that win. Who else? Espanyol over that 0.5. What I say, I got that 0.5. Last but not least, my Barcelona, baby. They got that dub. Let's go for it. Yeah, we're at the top of the table with a 7-point lead versus Real Madrid, which they play tomorrow. And I have another video coming for that for you guys for La Liga after this video. So stay tuned for that. I'm probably gonna get it out a little later than usual, but it is what it is. I'll put it out regardless. All right, first with the game is Chelsea versus IPS Wichtown. The total is sitting at 3.5. Injuries, Chelsea with 4 injured players, 2 questionable. IPS with 3 injured players, 1 questionable. Team total is sitting at 2.5 for Chelsea. IPS with 0.5. I'm gonna have to say under 3.5. They have gone over once out of their 5 most recent head-to-head. I feel like this will not go over. I feel like this could be a 3-0 or probably 2-1, 2-0 maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like this will go too high. Like the most recent game from Chelsea, they ended up winning 3-0. But their 5 most recent games, all of those games did not go over 3.5, right? So 5 out of 5, it did not go over 3.5. IPS, Wichtown, as far as them allowing their opponents to go over, they've only allowed this one time out of their 5 most recent games. So even their games, they're all 4 out of 5 are under 3.5. Now, as far as them covering this 0.5, they have done this 4 out of their 5 most recent games. And between these two teams going at it, they've covered this 3 out of their 5 most recent games. So, yes, it could happen. I don't know how I feel about it, though, because Chelsea's defense is pretty good from allowing their opponents to score. They've only allowed this once in their 5 most recent games. So, do I feel like this can happen to them? Yes. Am I going to put my cajones in the table and say this is going to happen? Hell no. So I'm going to have to say just Chelsea to win straight up. As far as points, give me total points under 3.5. All right. On to the next game. We have Liverpool versus West Ham. The total is sitting at 3. Team total is sitting at 2.5 for Liverpool and West Ham at 0.5. Injuries. Liverpool with 3 injured players. West Ham with 2 injured players and 3 questionable. Now, as far as the total going over, it has gone over 5 out of their 5 most recent games. So it's safe to say that this will go over, but I don't know if I'm gonna do this just because Liverpool lately haven't been all that great, especially this couple of weeks for this season. The most they've scored was 3 points, and that was once in their 5 most recent games. So I think probably the best bet here would most likely be West Ham to cover this 0.5 because 4 out of their 5 most recent games. Oh, I apologize. 3 out of their 5 most recent games, West Ham has covered this 0.5. And as far as these two teams going at it, West Ham has covered this 4 out of 5 times. So yes, it could happen. I don't know if I'm going to risk it. I might, though. I might. Because Liverpool's defense isn't all that great. They've allowed their opponents to score 4 out of their 5 most recent games. So I feel like this could happen. I mean, Southpaw ended up scoring versus Liverpool literally back in March 8th. So, I just feel like it could happen. I don't know why. I feel like it could happen. But I think the best bet for this game would most likely be Liverpool just to win straight up. But if you want points, I'm going to have to go with West Ham to cover this 0.5 or total points under 3. All right. Wolverhampton versus Tottenham. Wolverhampton are at home. Injuries. They got 3 injured players. Tottenham with 2 injured players. The total is sitting at 3. Team total is sitting at 1.5 for both of these two teams. Now, as far as this total is sitting at 3, like I mentioned, as far as it going over, it has only gone over once in their 5 most recent games, which was their most recent game, but this was literally last year or December 29th of 2024. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. These two teams haven't been all that great. Actually, Wolverhampton have stepped it up in their 5 most recent games. They got 3 out of 5 games. They got 3 wins. As far as the rest of the games was a draw and a draw. So technically they haven't really taken an L. The only time they lost was that English FA Cup, which was technically a draw as far as regulation time. But they went to penalties and ended up losing. Now, Tottenham haven't been all that great. They got 1 draw, 2 L's, and 2 wins. I think the safest bet for here would probably be total points under 3 or Wolverhampton over 1.5. I feel like this could be a 2-1 game. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna bet on this one. This one's way too crazy. If I did, I would have to do total points under 3. But I feel like this could be a tie. I mean, between these two teams, they've only tied once in their 5 most recent games, but I don't know how I feel because I think that Wolverhampton could win, but Tottenham has gotten their players back to normal. Like they only had 2 injured players. They used to have a bunch of injured players before like their 5 most recent games. They've had a bunch of injured players. Now they're starting to get players back or from recovery. So I don't know. Like I feel like Tottenham could win this one. I also feel like Wolverhampton could win this one, especially that they're at home. They do got that advantage. Yeah, this one's gonna be a tough one, but I'm not gonna bet this one. If I did, like I said, I would have to be total points under 3. All right, guys. On to the last game of the video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Don't forget to use that hashtag right with my bet. Let me know what your prediction is. Put it down in the comments. I'll pick one lucky comment, give you guys a shout out, win or lose. Let's have some fun in the comments, guys. All right, here we go. Newcastle versus Manchester United. So Newcastle is my team for the English Premier League, and Manchester United is my son's team from the English Premier. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Newcastle has been stepping it up. They got 4 wins and 1 loss in their 5 most recent games. The 4 most recent were all dubs. Manchester United, 2 wins, 1 draw, or 2 draws and 1 loss. Their most recent game was a draw. I don't know how I feel about Manchester United beating Newcastle. Lately, like I said, lately Newcastle's been great. Their most recent game, Newcastle did win 2-0. This was December 30th, 2024. So I know it was last year, but this season, I mean, they're doing great. They're up higher in the table. They got 53 points. Manchester United only 38 points. I feel like Newcastle could win this one for sure. As far as the total sitting at 3, and as far as these two teams going at it, it has only gone over once. The other 4 under 3. So I think the safest bet would probably be total points under 3, but not 100%. I think the best bet for me, or for you guys actually, I think the best bet would be Newcastle over 1.5. And I'll tell you why. Their 5 most recent games, they've covered this 1.54 out of 5 times. As far as their 5 most recent game from Newcastle, they've covered this 1.5 3 out of their 5 most recent games. 3 most recent, they've covered this 1.5. So, injuries: Newcastle with 4 injured players, 1 questionable. Manchester United with 5 injured players. As far as Manchester United, they're at 0.5, and I feel like they can cover this. I really feel like they can cover this 0.5. Like I said, could be a 2-1 game, maybe 2-2, but I really doubt it. I feel like Newcastle is the better team this season here. So I'm going to go with Newcastle to win straight up on this one. If I had to do the points, I would have to go Newcastle over 1.5. I feel like they've proven themselves to cover this 1.5 way too many times. So that's what I'm going to roll with. Anyways, guys, that will wrap it up for today's video. I hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make the right picks. I hope you guys end up winning. Most of all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.